I mean, if you're going to hire, don't do Eastern European. What the hell is going on here?
Well, David, the blue thank you. Well, David, no egg, no lamb, no tail.
I don't understand. I'm sorry.
Well, green.
What in God's name are you saying? I don't know.
Your guys' earpieces, are they working or no?
I don't think so. All I'm hearing is interference.
Which one is camera bigger? I don't know.
Over there in Canada, 75. Go.
Who the hell is directing this travesty?
Happy day. Go green.
Big man, you're out of here. Get someone here to direct this thing. I don't care if they're from housekeeping. You with the glasses, roll the open.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Coward for box score.
What was that? Oh, okay, welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock here in Los Angeles, and the Danettes are gracing us with their presence from Milford, Connecticut. Let's flash back to last night. Yankees pitcher Michael Pineda caught breaking the rules. Pretty hard to defend him on the show today, being a Yankees fan, right, Seton?
No, actually, not at all. I gave up defending the Yankees years ago, really because there's almost no defense for them and what they do. I'm sort of like a fan now because of history and like, well, I was raised that way, so I've always been a Yankee fan, right? But other than that, I mean, no, there's no defending most of what they do.
Paulie, you were the only one in the man cave who thought Pineda wasn't cheating, so you and the boss had it out during a commercial break.
You don't think that having pine tar on you anywhere is cheating?
Anywhere. So if you use pine tar whatsoever and put it on the ball, that's cheating?
Oh, I've been down this road with you before. You're going to do this to hold on to win an argument when you know he cheated.
I don't know. I
foreign
wouldn't say
substance. You can't have a foreign substance on the ball. Pine tar is a foreign substance. He got thrown out of a game. So if it's not cheating, why would you throw him out of the game?
Smart just said everyone uses it. Why don't they throw everybody out?
You have to tell somebody to go out and do it.
That's true.
I give you credit, though. You hold on for dear life.
I think it's for grip.
I like that the crux of Dan's argument is you're wrong because I'm telling you you're wrong. Beyond, that, there wasn't much to his side of the argument. It was fun. I thought it was a good argument. At first I took it that he was saying I was saying this just to start an argument and I didn't believe it, which then I realized he wasn't really saying that. We discussed it out. But I really believe what I said there. I would not have said it otherwise. I hate being disingenuous.
McLovin, you're one to speak your mind, so let's start the discussion. Was Pineda cheating?
I think it's really hard to argue that he wasn't cheating, based on the fact that he got caught in toss from the game. It's a layered argument, but yeah, of course he was cheating.
And to do it so blatantly, to have all that all over your neck, I still understand in other sports, if you're having trouble holding your golf club or a hockey stick or getting a good grip on the basketball, you're putting stuff on for those sports. I think it was just blatant, and he was almost, he's either that stupid or just mocking the whole situation to have it just shown that much all over him and not even trying to hide it.
It is a complicated discussion because it really isn't sort of a yes or no answer. It's weird that a guy using too much pine tar is cheating, but a guy that is using just enough isn't cheating. So like McLovin said, there are a lot of layers. There's also the layer, though, when Paul is in an argument or a discussion like that, there's this extra layer or tone with an edge to it that's a little unsettling, that makes it always like all of a sudden, my stomach is like, okay, what's going on here? Okay, I don't know, maybe he's not cheating. Is we all gonna start fist fighting right now? Or are we just talking about a guy throwing a baseball? I can't really tell, but either one might happen right now.
I love that guy, a little tense.
Paulie, you had a rare return trip to the box as you went there twice during the show today. What got you so fired up?
It wasn't so much as fired up. It's actually Seton made that call. They wanted to have Fritzy go in the box to talk about the argument between Dan and I. And you kind of want one of the principals in, unless someone has something really harsh to say to either direction. And I was a little salty about the accusation of being disingenuous. So even though I was going to do it out here with Dan, I kind of did it there first.
We asked DP why it was so draining when he got into an argument with you, Paulie. Let's see why on today's Boss's Thoughts.
Paulie doesn't want to be wrong. Not that anybody wants to be wrong, but there are times when you go, yeah, you're right. Paulie doesn't give in like that. He'll go down swinging. It's the wrestler in him. It's the archer in him. I have no idea what his discussions are with his wife. But you know what? She's even more of a saint.
You know the irony here? I'm trying really hard. I'm going through my memory banks to think of a time that Dan said in an argument, you know what, you're probably right. Because when did that happen?
Good point.
Never.
Yeah, it is interesting. Dan's point was that I don't admit when I'm wrong. That means I know I'm wrong and I'm choosing not to admit it. Yeah. That's not happening, not here. And I don't think Dan would do that either. It is funny though that Dan and I have arguments, sports arguments, so rarely. And let me go back to some of the great ones. He liked Andrew Bynum. I like Kevin Love.
Oh, jeez. Oh, you're going to pull up
still hold on to that.
Oh,
I
that was
only
wait, let me just tell you
years
that.
ago,
Rajon
4 years ago, that
and then,
thing.
Yeah, then Rajon Rondo or Darren Williams. I should have stuck with Rondo on that one. Well, injury.
DP's never wrong, but if you went wrong, coming up, the Pine Tar fiasco inspired Paulie and Fritzy to recreate a scene from 9.5 weeks. And why does the boss want the Danettes to get hurt before the weekend? Stay tuned.
Ain't rushing you out like Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis. Don't rub me the wrong way. On second thought, please do. Rub some Lucas oil on me and I'll spray some on you. So won't you sit on my lap? I got some cold Mountain Dew.
Oh my goodness. Welcome back to the Box Score. A memorable moment there, Fritzy. Your famous music video.
Good times.
Balls deep in Indianapolis. Seton, how many takes did it take for Fritzy to properly spray the lotion on the cheerleader?
Not enough, because obviously, even with the good take they used, he still missed her twice. But yeah, that shoot took all day. I mean, it started right after the show, and it was dark out by the time it was finished, and it was an experience for sure.
Yeah, as many hours as it took, I still regret looking back on that I didn't try to screw up a few extra times and make that last. It's not every day you get a chance to do a video with some attractive cheerleaders, and I should have extended that at least another hour or two.
She said.
You guys dabbled in more sticky substances in the morning meeting today. Paulie and Fritzy recreated the Pineda incident using, of all things, barbecue sauce. But things got awkward here as Paulie decided to wipe some sauce off Fritzy's forehead and lick it. McLovin, how disturbing was that?
It was so disturbing. You know, it's first gross just that it was being slathered on you.
Yeah, it felt gross.
And, you know, this is a little I-Team report. There might have been a sound emanating from Fritzy as the barbecue sauce was being put on. I thought it was a little erotic for you.
I was trying to get into the moment. And initially, you know, I trusted Paulie, who we all know, you know, has that dark, snarky side. But he said, hey, you know, hey, you want to be, you know, part of this little bit? You know, it may require me putting a little bit of this barbecue sauce on you. I didn't know I was going to be taking like a full bath with barbecue sauce on my hat, on my face, on my arm. And it was like the next thing you know, it's like all over me.
I was looking for a basting brush. I was looking for a basting brush. I couldn't find one on the premises.
Probably, we all know how much you love barbecue, but like when you look at Fritzy, do you see like a giant hamburger or hot dog? Like
I kind of do. I kind of do think of someone you could split down the middle and rotate for 24 hours.
We've debated
slow and low at 250.
Yeah, we've always debated if there was ever an alive type crash, which Danette would get eaten first.
Yeah, I would be the victim of the cannibalism.
And just to defend myself, I didn't lick it off Fritzy's head. I took the finger.
Hold on a second now.
There's a middleman.
Okay, that's only 1 degree of separation, which is far too close. Okay, and the second problem with this is just like McLovin montages of like spilling stuff or breaking his glasses, getting hit in the nuts, what have you. We're now have enough footage for a Paul Pabst licking stuff off of Todd Fritz's head montage.
There's at least 2.
That's getting a little disturbing.
Fair enough.
It's a little disturbing.
Fritzy, that wasn't the first time anyone's licked something off your body, correct?
That was not the first time, and you know, there was Simone back in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn, and a little Russian girlfriend who used to have. We don't have to get into the gory details.
Believe me, I know, Brock, that Fritzy is not thinking of my face whilst this is going on. He's thinking of someone from the late '80s.
Yeah, I did.
Sure.
I did tap into some old memories back back on in the Brooklyn times. But you know, still, you know, I morbidly found it pleasant and enjoyable. That's usually not how one's morning starts in the work atmosphere.
I made his day better.
It was all good. It was all good.
Okay, Sheepshead Bay and first grade teachers aside, this also wasn't the first time Paulie has tasted Fritzy. Let's flash back to this moment. Fritzy getting his face smashed by cake, and then Paulie unable to help himself, so he wipes Fritzy's head and enjoys a piece. Paulie, do we need to get you help for this problem?
No, I actually think that's me respecting food, not letting the face cake just go to the ground. You know, I would eat it. I ate some off the ground later. You know, germaphobes, no big deal. Well,
that's more acceptable, actually, eating it off of the ground.
Yeah, probably. Fritzy showers a couple times a week. There's nothing wrong with it.
Really, it was fine. You know, you don't want to waste the food. And if I recall correctly, sadly enough, you know, if you're worried about the germs, like I ended up in the hospital the very next day after that cake incident. So Paulie was fine.
I actually felt better the next day.
Yeah, I was hooked up to IVs, I think, within 18 hours of that cake.
Paulie, you're a foodie. Let me ask you to give the Fritzy flavor profile, if you could.
Ooh, he's not, the foodies wouldn't like him. He's not what I call a health food. He's not a kale. He's not infused with anything. He's not artisan. He's more of a kind of a meat and potatoes guy. You know, again, slow roasted at about 250 for about 12 hours. The guy would be fantastic.
I have sweated duck sauce before. I shouldn't admit that, but you know, because of the Chinese food background, these are some of the things that may emanate from me.
It's like this mix of, yeah, like Chinese food, Mountain Dew, cheese doodles, and I don't even know what else.
A little soy sauce.
McLovin, you've probably never experienced an intimate moment like that, but you're apparently marriage material, according to an email from a bartender in Boston. Tell us about that.
Okay, so a bartender in Boston said that he and all the people who work there, who are all female, play a game called F, Marry, or Kill, and you decide what you would want to do with potential people. So everybody wants to have sex with Dan, which is great, and everyone wants to marry me, which is okay. It's not as good as having sex with. So that was awesome.
Just out of curiosity, who did they want to kill?
I can't remember. Who did they want to kill?
I think they wanted to kill Mr.
That was me.
O'Connor.
That was me.
Right. And that's why I pulled the email, which I never print out emails for Dan. I had to print that one out.
Which, you know, at first I was a little offended. But then I thought it's good that I at least get that type of emotional reaction out of them. That, all right, well, they may not want to F me, and they don't want to marry me, but they do want to kill me, which I'm happy that I'm getting a reaction, good or bad.
And somehow me and Paulie were totally left out of that. So, you know, you don't know, do you rather be in Seaton's position where at least you're recognized, even if it's in a violently negative way, or to be totally left off the ballot altogether and just not included at all. So.
You know, most people send me on Twitter just the kill and not the F and marry. So today it was actually nice to see that people put other thought rather than just killing me.
All right, we'll see who you might want to marry, Seaton, because coming up, why was Seaton flustered when C.J. Wilson joined the show? We'll discuss that and more when we come back.
The first guy that comes to mind is probably C.J. Wilson. I've got a little bit of a man crush on him. He's a pretty cool dude.
Angels pitcher.
Yeah, the Angels pitcher. And he hangs with a lot of people that would also be like, oh man, like those dudes are really rad, and like musicians that I look up to. So I wouldn't mind sort of finding myself in that crowd.
Welcome back to the Box Score. That was earlier this month as Seaton professed his love for Angels pitcher C.J. Wilson. McLovin, even though C.J. was just calling in today, word is that Seaton trimmed his beard and wore some cologne into the studio today. Is that true?
Yes. Yes, and I don't know if you noticed, but it's a brand new shirt for Seaton, and I know he's been waiting for a big day to unveil the new plaid. Coincidence? I think not.
CJ shout out.
Oh my God, he's so good.
Crisp pair of slacks, fresh shirt, a haircut just the other day.
Yeah, these are all true. Although those are just my natural pheromones. That cologne you're smelling. Hey, what can I say? The dude's cool, man. He's kind of a hunk.
The boss asked CJ if he would give one of Seaton's idols a little farewell present next time he faced him.
Would you dust Jeter back just for us? Like first at bat with Jeter, just as a kind of a say hello to the show.
Yeah, like knock the most respected player in baseball down on his butt, and then tip my hat and like wink at the camera. It's like,
no, just
that's
send
for
a
you,
message.
Dan.
Send a message, CJ. Just just, maybe back him off the plate just a little bit. You're not going to buzz the tower.
We play against him in this series, and I don't know if they come to visit us or what the schedule is, if I'm going to pitch against him again or whatever, but I would love to whiff him, the last at bat. That'd be great.
Would you rather be Jeter on the field or off the field?
I'm married now, so I can't answer that question.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like Dan sometimes asks questions that he knows the person is like the exact opposite of. Like, I really couldn't see C.J. Wilson dusting off Derek Jeter, and C.J. sort of confirms that. Although I don't know that Dan is really giving C.J. enough credit, while it may not be publicized, and where ESPN is doing graphics about his off-field behavior. I think he probably did okay in terms of his starting lineup off the field.
He had to get married to calm things down.
Oh, Seton, all the good ones are taken. C.J. Wilson, clearly irresistible, but we were wondering just how irresistible each of you were. We asked you to tell us a feature of yours that's sure to catch the attention of the opposite sex or the same sex, judging from today's show. It's time for America's favorite game show.
No! Your row!
This would be tough.
Let's begin in the back row. McLovin, what did Fritzy say was his best feature? Please keep this PG rated.
Well, he's got many fine features, but the one that stands out, two that stand out, I hope you have your tickets because the gun show has arrived.
Let's see what he said.
My sense of humor and the pecs. Yeah, that's. I was hoping he was going to go with that. It was going to either be the arms or the chest. I like to kind of do the little dance kind of thing. Although McLovin dissed me the other day at the New York City Man Cave. He goes, I don't know if your arms are really muscular or it's just kind of like fat with muscle around it.
Into muscle.
So that's going to kind of stay with me
That's heartbreaking.
for a while.
I knew you were holding on to that one.
That wasn't just like a flippant little comment that I was just going to let go by the boards.
Fritzy, you making those things jumps always takes me back to the spearmint rhino. Front row Seton, what do you think Paulie said?
Paulie's best feature?
Is it physical?
Oh boy.
Come on, something. I mean,
yeah, no, this. Did he say there isn't one? Paul's quick wit.
Was it his quick wit?
Tough one, a lot to choose from. I'm going to narrow it down to my shoulders. Have you seen these? Anyone?
Yeah.
You know what? Silly me. I've always noticed.
Why do you think
strapping shoulders?
Right. Why do you think C and I have to sit
barrel chest?
Right. C and I have to sit so close together because it's tough to fit one of us in the shot. Come on.
Chicagoan, broad shoulders. Back to Fritzy. What did McLovin say?
I'm going to say, initially I was thinking maybe he would go with chest after that bench pressing display he put on recently. But take this as you wish, and this may be very uncomfortable, but I think he's going to say his tush. He's got, we've seen him in his little, he just got me. He's worn the little short shorts around here.
You spit on him.
Too many times I just spit on him. And he's got, not that I looked, but he's got firm buttocks, and he should be proud of that.
So if he didn't look, why would you pick it?
I don't know. He's got little short shorts. He's been worn some questionable things. That either because he lost a bet or he just felt like walking around in them. So I think his rear end is the way to go.
Is it our worst nightmare? Did they match?
My huge IQ. Yeah, there you go. I don't know what we learned here except maybe workplace harassment.
That could be harassment. There is some slight harassment going on.
I understand, though. I'm thinking of hiring a lawyer saying Fritzy is objectified.
It's going to be very uncomfortable now. We used to have a wall. There was if you remember a while back, they put
Fritzy,
a wall.
Do you forget anything? You were the most like.
Do you remember that though? Right? They built this big wall between us. And so yeah, I didn't know how he was going to feel about me.
Yeah, but you're checking out my man parts.
Yeah. Sometimes you glance a little bit.
We've learned this week on the box score that Seton felt my private parts in the box once.
No. Hold on a second. I didn't feel your private parts. You rubbed them down my leg.
It's like pine tar.
Okay, that is very different. I was not an active participant in that.
Those are extremely
different. Is there really a difference, Seton? Is there really a difference? The point is, my private parts are on your knee. Fritzy's checking out my butt. What is happening here?
It's all right. As long as it's,
Paulie thinks he's got good shoulders. It's total chaos.
I have flabby arms, whatever.
Living together.
And finally, Paulie, what was Seton's answer?
Well, this was a tough topic because I wasn't sure they meant physical, personality, or what. Assuming the topic is physical, I'm going to say Seton's really happy with his hair. He's got a nice, strong head of hair, good color, He's got to be happy with it. If he's not, he's nuts. I think that's what he picked.
Was it his hair?
Hello, sense of humor and a killer laugh. I'm a good time. It'll be fun. Wow, that's unfortunate. Because, yeah, see, I went more like mental things or something, like more personality-based and not physical, but thank you. I really appreciate it.
Would you rather have a great sense of humor or a great head of hair?
Oh, man, a great head of hair all day.
Good answer.
The winning row is the back row, and just barely, just by a tush. Coming up, the countdown is on. Less than 24 hours until D-Day in the man cave. Are the Danettes shaking in their boots? Find out next. The Box Score presents great moments in DP show history.
Be careful.
Oh my God.
Thanks for watching Great Moments in DP show history.
That was crazy.
Welcome back to the Box Score. Last call here at the Box Score Bar. It's almost D-Day, gentlemen. Jeremy Roenick in studio tomorrow. Seton, do you still get chills when you see the video of yourself punching JR in the jaw?
Oh, man, I wouldn't call it chills. It's more like sick to my stomach. I absolutely hate that I did that because the man is just a living legend. And it's not that I actually hurt him or anything. It's more like a respect thing. But sometimes you get put in these situations where you're like, oh, I don't know, how hard am I really supposed to punch this dude? And it's not like I punched him very hard. I guess I just punched him hard enough.
But it actually made a sound and echoed around the whole room.
Oh, yeah, Brock, if you watch that tape again, Roenick has a reaction like, wow, this kid actually gave me a little bit of a shot. Now, I've sat next to Seton for a few years since then, and it really does bother him that he hit the guy, because I don't think he'd want to do that. That being said, I would like for Seton to get this burden off his chest, off his shoulders, off his mind. I think the only way is for Roenick to put you into the boards tomorrow as some kind of make-good, unless there's a better idea.
I would gladly accept some type of make-good, because it's like fair is fair. So I definitely deserve to be checked into the boards, although I'm hoping he doesn't punch me. My jaw's real and not made out of like titanium or some kind of hyperspace material. And yeah, I don't really want that.
No.
Bring on the bloodlust because, well, much like UFC, your fans will be tuning in anticipation of seeing some bodily injury take place. We asked Dan if he's hoping one of you gets hurt. Let's see what he said on a bonus edition of Boss's Thoughts.
Yes. Good TV. My motto is, if you're going to get hurt on camera. If somebody is going to beat you up, make sure they do it on camera. Jeremy Roenick is coming in, and Roenick, sometimes I have to tell him to use words, not actions, when he gets angry. But tomorrow, actions. I'm all for that tomorrow. And he can pick out whatever Danet. I think Roenick could actually beat up all four of the Danettes, and me at the same time.
Yeah, Brock, I think I may be getting a little old because in the early days with like Strahan and Siragusa, nothing hurt. But recently, when Matt Forte gave me that club to the head, I was out for about 15 minutes. I didn't know what was going on. And then when Landon Donovan, a soccer player, a little wee soccer player, gave me a kick to the knee, it's been hurting for a couple days now. So I don't know how much I have left in the tank.
If Landon Donovan hurts you, you're not going to survive tomorrow. Just shaking Roenick's hand could put you in the hospital.
When honestly, in all seriousness, when Roenick gave me that elbow to the chin, I was seeing stars for about 3 or 4 minutes because I didn't see that one coming. I thought he was going to hit me in the shoulder. So he's got a lot of weight behind him, a lot of strength behind him.
He's a pro. Before we go, you guys were with DP yesterday when Senator John McCain gave him a call. McLovin, what was the mood like at the table, and did the subject of Fritzy booking him naked come up?
That did not come up, but there was 2 things that were going on. First of all, Dan had been going outside for calls all day, but he stayed for that one. And the other thing was we were all waiting to see when we knew there was going to be a certain point where Senator McCain had hung up the phone and Dan was going to try and mess with us at the end of the call. So we're all like, wait, do you think the Senator hung up yet? Because Dan was like, thank you, Senator. Oh, yes, you're a good friend too, Senator. We're like, is that really happening? Is there anyone there? I'm still not 100% sure how long McCain was on the phone.
He's glancing around the restaurant, Dan, making sure everybody's aware that he's taking a call from a senator of the United States. So he was pretty proud of himself.
Speaking of being proud of yourself, Fritzy, who is on tomorrow?
As you mentioned, NHL and NBC analyst Jeremy Roenick will beat us up in the studio here in Milford. Also, Peter King of the MMQB and NBC Football Night in America will be on tap as well for Friday.
Thank you, guys, and thanks for watching the Box Score. Set your DVR or tune in weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, only on Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Cheers.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the Box Score. Holy cow!